Okay, it's another wonderful Saturday today. Thank you everybody for joining us. We're really appreciative of your punctuality and your presence every time we're calling on you to join our webinar. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so happy our speaker is here. It's a good way to start the year. Thank you so much for having the time to be here with us. I'm really grateful for that. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, we'll be admitting participants at the check-in. So we'll take off now. So although we're late, okay. So thank you, everybody. So creating personal websites using our blogdown package, that's the topic for today. And we're going to look at spending the next 2.5 hours together, and I hope we'll have a wonderful time. So the agenda for today, we're already welcoming our participants, so we'll continue to do that as they pop in. So then I will go ahead and introduce the organizers. So I'm Bilikisu Aderito. I'm the co-organizer of Our Ladies Abuja. So I'm a business data analyst based here in Abuja, Nigeria. So, and I'm also an R fanatic. I always say I love R and I use R everything. So that's it. So we have all okay. So we have Marvelous Olatunji. So she's going to be coming in late. So we're together, and we have other supporters, also members of the Abuja R user group. So that's just a brief about us. We're a small local community here, and we're trying our best to get across to as many institutions as we can here in Abuja as well. Thank you so much. So we'll now go on to introducing our speaker. Okay. So enough about me. So now I'm going to talk about Aarathy. So I hope I pronounced the name well. Just give me a thumbs up in your camera. Okay, thank you. Okay, Aarathy is a data scientist and an infectious disease modeler at Telethon Kids Institute in Australia. She holds a Master's of Business Analytics from Monash University, Melbourne, Australia. She currently works and resides in Australia. So, and also to cap it up, she's an R lady to the core. So, sorry, let me bring in the, okay. Okay, so we want to say a big thank you to you, Aarathy, for joining us today. So today she's going to take us through creating our own personal website using R. I meant it. We're going to use R today. We're going to use the R package called blogdown to create our own website. We're not going learning about HTML or CSS. No. We're going to go through R to do that for us. So, and this is going to be a good beginning as we all record our achievement this year on our personal website. And I think we can share that. We can kind of be our goal for this year. So whatever project we're having, we are looking forward to having it on the personal website that we're going to create using our blogdown. I'm making that promise. So we're going to do that for this year. So let me admit my gentle guy here. So without wasting much of our time, welcome once again, Aarathy. And I'm really glad you're joining us. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I would like you to take the floor and introduce yourself better, then we'll take on with the class. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for that lovely introduction. As she said, my name is Aarathy Babu, and if you don't mind, can I share the screen as well?
Yeah, I'll let you go now.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll just quickly share my screen. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Wrong screen. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yeah, can we all see the screen?
Yeah, yeah, all right.
Yeah, we can. I can see.
So you to yeah, thank you so much. So I'm gonna take you through creating personal websites using our blogdown. And so before starting that, I would like to introduce myself again, a little bit more about myself. So before I came to Australia, I did my undergraduate degree in BTech, electrical and electronics engineering, and I came to Australia and did my postgraduate degree. It's quite a big of a shift from electrical engineering to mass business analytics, but what can I say? In between, I kind of fell in love with data. So, and I thought coming to Australia would be better for my career and as well. So I did my Master of Business Analytics at Monash in Melbourne. And then after that, I joined Telethon Kids Institute uh, recently, that is last December 2021, as an infectious disease modeler. So Telethon Kids Institute is basically a medical research institute situated within the Perth Children's Hospital, and it dedicates itself to improve the health and well-being of children. So I am working there as an infectious disease modeler, basically developing statistical and mathematical analysis of COVID-19 transmission in Australia. So yeah, that's about it about myself. So before any further ado, I'd like to ask you, like, why should you create a personal website? Like, it's a very well valid question. So there are a couple of things. I've just listed out a few of them. Like one of them is it helps you brush up your skills and acquire new ones, basically. So what you can do is you can use this personal websites to share your projects and basically take up new projects. So one thing you could do is that you could take small mini projects, and every week or every month according to what you wish, and you can make a blog post about it, like how you did how you went through all of your project and what was the journey behind it. So basically you can take up something like Tidy Tuesday and make a nice visualization, or write a blog post about the data analysis that you have done. So that is one thing. And second thing is it makes your project accessible. So what we usually do is that we might create a GitHub repo, and then we would share the link to other people who wants to see our project. So what this personal website could do is that you could actually talk about your analysis, or write a, like, you could show those projects as either projects or write a blog post again about it. And the third thing is that it could polish your online presence. So once you write a project or update your website, you could share it among your LinkedIn network, and it really polishes your profile. And in turn, it might help you land a job or land a better one if you already have one. So these are my takes on how a personal website can help you. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna combine Blockdown and Hugo. So Hugo is a free open source website building framework, right, written with Go programming language, and it supports Markdown. So it is easier and faster website building framework. So since it is open source, there's a lot of wide variety of community contributed things that you could choose from. And among them is academics. So I'll just go here, and you could see that there are a lot of Hugo blog themes that you could choose from. So one of them is, uh, yeah, I'll just take this one. Yeah, so this is a Markdown syntax theme. So you could basically uh, show your website like that particular theme. And another fun thing that I liked was one of them is termed as GitHub Style. So it basically, yeah, here it is. So it basically makes your blog post looks like a GitHub page. So this is not actually GitHub, it's actually blog post, and and each of the looking here is actually the blog post there. So it's pretty fun and an innovative way to show off your GitHub, sorry, blog post. So one of my favorite is, and one of the most developed and popular kind of website is the so the academic kind of looks like this. And if I go there, sorry about that. Yeah, so basically it has a biography, and I can quickly show you my, it's kind of underdeveloped, but yeah. So the academic website would look something like this, and it can have your skills shown, your recent post, and it has a whole bunch of stuff. We're gonna and I'll show you that in a while. I kind of edited mine, so the just stuff going on in the website. So without further ado, we'll just get started. So I hope you have installed our blogdown, our package, and Hugo in R. If you haven't, I'll just paste this down and into the chat. Yeah. So once you install that, all you could do is go to our studio, go to new projects, and create a new directory. And there is an option called website using blogdown. So you go there and name our, so I'm gonna name it as Test Hugo Alice. Yeah, so once you figure out the directory name and the subdirectory, and you have to give your Hugo theme. So like I said, there are different variety of themes. Today we are gonna talk about academic theme. So I'm gonna copy this. For academic, it's called WavChemy. So where you could get this from is that when you click on, let's say this, uh, where is, sorry, give me a moment. Yeah, when you click on each of the themes, you could find that you can this is actually the GitHub repository. So if you go there, so what you're basically doing is that you're kind of pulling down the theme from a the developer's GitHub repository. So if you just copy paste this and search for it, you're gonna get the GitHub repository where they have built the theme. So what basically this does is that this goes to the GitHub repository that we are mentioning, and it is pulling down all of the documents that we need to build a website. So for this using WavChemy Starter Academic. So that is the GitHub repository for it. And I'm going to copy paste that. And I'm clicking all of this. It's already pre-clicked. So I netlify.toml and a .r profile. And if it also installs, he's not installed.
Aarathy, sorry to cut you in.
Yeah.
So can you share the theme with us on the chat?
Which one?
The theme.
Oh,
Hugo
yeah.
theme.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. And yeah. And I think I mentioned, like, I hope you guys installed sorry, you guys have a GitHub and a Netlify account as well. And it is preferred that you sign up on your Netlify using your GitHub account as well. So yeah, so after that, yeah, so so it basically builds a repository for you with all of these files. And at the single glance, it's a lot of content, like it's a lot of folders, and inside each of the folders there are other different folders. So it is quite complicated, but once you get the hang of it, and it's not going to be a real problem. So So once you get the repository project done, so you have to see how the website looks like, right? So one thing you could do is you could go to the add-ins and you could serve the site, which basically runs this. You could either do that or run this function directly. I will copy paste it if anyone wants to do that directly. So it will create uh, see that it has a whole bunch of stuff. It has a banner sort of thing in the beginning, and it has a demo template and the biography, and you can give your skills, experience, accomplishments, your recent post, projects, and gallery if you want to put some pictures. And if you guys have any upcoming talks, you can give that details, featured publications. Like if you have published a paper, you can feature it. It's not just publications, you can feature anything like post or publications or any sort of documents that you want to feature in your website, you can do that. And it has all your publications, then popular topics. If you write a post about, say, deep learning or R Markdown, it kind of takes in the topics and puts it popular themes here. And then it has a column called contact and map. So the task now is basically to edit this. They have provided you with a skeleton, and the thing you have to do is now to edit it. So there are some things that you might not need. So in mine, I just kept it very simple. It just has about me, skills, recent post, and contact. So whatever you would like to put, you can do that. So for this class, I'm just gonna remove this banner and this, and accomplishments and yeah, projects maybe. And yeah, so I'm going to remove some of this. So what I'm going to do is that to remove those stuff, all you have to do is go to content, go to home, and then um, you could go select hero. So hero is this particular thing. So what you have to do is that once you go to hero, you can just, sorry, yeah. Yeah, so once you go there, you can just put active false. If you said that, it failed. Sorry. Uh, Sorry about that. I'll just put this. Yeah. So basically, what it does is that it activates or deactivates a widget. So the thing after that hero file is this demo. So I'm just gonna put that as false, and it removes that folder. It removes that section. So I'm just, give me a minute. I'm just gonna uh, check why that didn't work for me. Hold on a minute. Should work actually. Oh yeah. So I'm not sure exactly why that didn't work for me earlier. Uh, oh yeah, I didn't put a space there. So yeah. So what you have to do is that you can go to the hero.md and set it active false. I think you'll have to leave a space after the colons, otherwise it won't run. So I'll just put that in chat. So basically what you have to do is that whatever sections that you would not want in your blog, you can set active colon false. So I removed the hero and the demo. So those first two sections are called hero and demo. So I put active false there. So the next thing I'm gonna keep skills and experience, and the next thing you can remove whatever sections that you would like. So I'm gonna go to accomplishments.md. So if you can see here, everything is actually named as it is. So publications is named as publications.md, projects is named as projects.md. So whatever sections that you would not want, whatever the thing about this package is that they have actually given comments. So if you are a little bit confused or something, you just have to follow the comments. So I'm gonna set the widget as deactivating it. So I'm gonna make that as false. And once you save it, it automatically serves the site. Yeah. Sometimes I don't know why, but sometimes my art studio just yeah, act weird. So I'm gonna restart my session and I'm gonna build the site again, serve the site again. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna check if accomplishments is still there. And it is still. Did it work for you? Are you guys trying it out as? So I'll just build a site. And I'm gonna serve it again. Hopefully it will be gone. Oh, it's still there. Can anybody try and just let me know if it's working for you? Okay, if not, I'm just gonna leave that there and I'll move on to the next one. So the next one is projects. I hope that works. And I'm gonna put that there. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'll just give me a moment.
I think it's working on this side.
Oh, is it? All right. For some reason, it's not working for me. Yeah. So yeah. So basically, it should work when you set active as false. Yeah. I'll get back on it once it's over. So I'll just not waste any more time. Sorry, is it working?
Yeah, I've deactivated the accomplishment demo hero. I think it's okay.
Yeah. So I think it should be with uh my art studio. Yeah. So what I'll do next is, yeah. So what I'll do next is that I'll edit each of them. So yeah, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
Blessing, you're
So
trying to say something?
yeah. So what I'll do next is that I'll edit each of them. So this has some others details. So you'll have to change this and put your the, yeah, your details. So what you can do is that you'll have to go to content itself, go to authors, and then there would be something called admin. So why I'm choosing admin is that inside this home there is a section called about, and it has set the author as admin. So this admin you can find under the folder called authors in the content folder. So when you go there, you click on admin, you can find two files. One is the index.md and the other is avatar.jpg. So when you remove this picture and put your picture as avatar.jpg, this picture would be like the system would take in your picture. So but make sure that you are saving it as avatar.jpg. So for the details, what you have to do is that you have to click on the index MD and you can see the details of the current blog person is written all over here. So you can just look for, yeah, so you can give your bio as hi there, I'm interested in R. I'm just going to give something random. And then I'm going to give PhD in, you can change all of this according to your details. So I'm going to give master of business analytics. So like that, you can change, put in your stuff, and I'm going to give this Monash. And if something doesn't apply to you, like I'm just gonna remove this and I'm gonna give this ABCD. Yeah. So, and whatever interest you have, you can basically give it there. So this section is here. So I'm gonna give R programming, and the rest I'm just gonna leave it there, and organizations. So basically it's just filling your details. And yeah, the organization here, what I'm giving here is basically the subtitle, the position title. So I'm just gonna give this as yeah, and you can give your social yeah, links there, like this would yeah, so you can give your Twitter, and this is an icon pack. So if you want to change any of these icons, you could go to a website called Font Awesome. This is something that I use. So you could go there, search for any icon called, let's say, Twitter, and you could just copy paste that icon class there. So when you click on it, yeah, start using the icon. Yeah, so you can see the icon name, and the icon pack would be this one. The first one would be icon pack, and you can just take up the name. And yeah, so basically you can swap the details with yours after that. And the title here, yeah, the title here would be changed as, I think I'm using a wrong folder. Oh, sorry about this. I'm using a wrong folder. That's why it's not changing. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. And yeah. Yeah, basically when you swap that, and I'm gonna swap the title as and give it as my name, and I'm gonna change the biography as. And if you want to give your resume, what you could do is that you could go to the static folder and go to uploads and give your resume in here. So I have given all of these details in my slides, which I would share with you later on. So when you save that, it comes off this, and all my yeah, so I like our download my resume. So you can use the index.md under the authors folder to make all of these changes. Uh, yeah, my the stuff that I was writing on earlier is not reflected here because I was in some other folder. That was the reason why it was not working. So I'll just go there and change my accomplishments as well. If you're not following, please stop me and I'll repeat whatever understood. And I'll go to the projects. And I'll set that as false. Yeah. So, yeah. So what I'll be doing next is that I'll just go through each of the sections and change it accordingly. So the next section that I would like to change is the skills. So all you have to do is just go to the skills.md and then change. There is something called feature. So you could add or delete as many skills that you would like. So here it is given as art, statistics, and photography. So I'm gonna give something called yeah. So I'll just copy this first of all, and I'm gonna add something called, let's say, time series. And description, I'm just gonna remove this description, or I'm just gonna put it as, let's say, 80%. And for icon, like I said, you could go to the font awesome website and you can just search for an icon that would fit, uh, would be most suitable. So there is no time series, so I'm just gonna search for something. Even statistics is not there, so graph. Yeah, I'm gonna put a chart now. That requires money. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm going to use this. Yeah, so the icon name is chart line. So I'm just gonna take that and put it here. And the icon pack is called fast. So I'm gonna take that. You can see here, add it here. So like that, you could either add or remove whatever skills that you would like to be on your website. Yeah, so I removed photography and the changes were reflected there. So the next thing I'm gonna play with is explore, remove as much as things that you would like to. Model and company. Okay, and if you want to put the URL of the company or the logo, you can do that, and start date, end date. And if please do note that if you're going to put multiple lines of code in it or any description where you would like to include all the responsibilities what you're doing, so what you could do is you should definitely use this like the package mentions, like they written they how exactly you should write it. So if you're giving multi-line descriptions in the YAML, you should add this as a prefix before adding everything. So that is why this line and two hash hyphen is there. And I'm going to remove this. It's there. So yeah, so think this is the fun part where you make the post and all of that, or in any order that you would like. So the next thing would be to write the post. So what you can do is you can go to add-ins and click on new post, and it will open up a shiny thing, and you could give the post title as Hugo ladies test or anything else, and you could fill in the details that you would like to give. So this is this folder would be created under the folder called post, which is there in the contents folder. And yeah, so you can use markdown or .rmd uh, .r markdown. So I'll be using .rmd, and done.
Okay, hello. Aarathy?
Yeah, hello.
Okay, okay. Please, can we just take like 5 minutes or so to give our audience kind of maybe they want to ask a question or
Yeah,
are they following along?
yeah,
Uh,
sure.
oh,
Sorry about that.
okay.
Yeah,
No problem.
yeah,
Okay. So this kind of like a live coding session. So if you have any issue at this point, maybe you can kind of raise it now so that we can follow along.
yeah.
I'm following along, although it is slow space was so, but if you have any issue, anything you want to raise now, you can ask a question
Yeah,
or maybe we'll ask her to kind of maybe take us back a little bit and
yeah, sure thing. Like I would totally understand, because in between I swapped the folders into another project. So all the changes that I was making was not reflected. So even I was confused, and I would totally understand if you would be
Okay.
confused as well. So please do let me know if any of you have any questions.
Okay, so Blessing, do you have a question? Okay. Do you want to speak? If you want to speak out, I think we'll start with Oluwafemi. Oluwafemi, you can go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Thank you very much for the session. I think it's great. But the question I want to ask, looking at the content folder, I discovered, though I am really well aware of blogdown because I use it also to create my own blog posts. But I know within the content folder, we have contacts. So, but I want to ask, how is it possible without me using FormSpree? Can I link it directly to my email?
Could you, which folder are you talking about? This contact?
Contacts, yes, the contact form where they can, in case they want to get in touch with you, I think where they fill their email, your email address and a message. So I want to ask, is it possible we link it directly to our own email address without using FormSpree?
Without using?
FormSpree.
Yeah, so I think you could go to the params folder. So if you go there in the config folder under default, there is something called params. So you can give your email, phone number, and everything that you would like to give there. Is this what you were asking?
Yes, that is what I'm asking. But I discover even though you put your email there, it's even though they send you mail, you have to register with FormSpree before you can receive that.
All right, just let me check if. Oh yeah. I'll just quickly send a message and just see. Oh yeah. So I'm actually not quite sure about how it is. Yeah, so I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna check if you would be able to send it via here. Yeah, sorry about that. I usually work along with this, so I'm not sure if there is any method. There would be, I think. Yeah, so currently I'm not sure if there is any method for that, because yeah, I haven't used it yet. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Is there any other questions?
Okay,
Yeah, just check
Shamsuddin,
this.
can you go ahead?
Yeah, thank you very much for the good session. So my question goes to the issue of using WorkChemie or Academic Hugo, because I understand, strongly recommend that theme, because they may not actually support the issue with WorkChemie in the future. So I share a GitHub link because sometimes it will be difficult to work with WorkChemie in using blogdown. And I think, so I don't know, what can you say about that?
Yeah, this is something I also faced with. I was using academic a year back. So for this, when I was creating materials for this talk, I went there and I was not able to download it as so I would say there is this is still one of the most developed and popular website framework. So, and there is always like help content, like resources where you could actually work around it. So I would say, yeah, you need not work with academic if you don't want to. There are other GitHub Hugo themes as well. So whatever works for you is fine. So I usually use academic, and I'm more comfortable with that, and I think it is more flexible too. So if academic doesn't work for you, and that is fine, you could check other themes as well. And there are also enough resources out there to move around this uh, bugs as well, because since this is an open source technology, so everything, there are a lot of strong community out there to help out if you are faced with any bugs. Sorry, does that answer your question?
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you so much. Is there any other question before we move on? Okay, I think you can go ahead now.
Yeah, sorry. Can you just give me a minute? Just sorry, give me a minute. Yeah, sorry about that. Like it's evening here, so I just realized that I haven't switched on the light. Yeah, sorry. So where was I? Yeah, so in order to create a blog post, what you have to do is go to add-ins, create new post, and it will the post title, the author name, and any yeah, the file name. You don't have to put this either. So any file name that you would like and the format of it. So I chose R Markdown, and so this is the YAML. And what you could do is that if you want this post to be featured, you could write as yes, and then here you could start writing your blog post. My first blog post are chunks. It's just like how you work around the regular R Markdown. So I'm going to use Iris, and I'm just going to create a figure. It doesn't even have to be like this, be the same data. You could work with any data that you want. What I wanted to show you is that it is also possible to create figures. It's just like normal AMAG. Yeah, I'll just yeah, so it's like normal R Markdown, and once you save it, the changes should reflect in your, yeah, so you can find that here. And oh, it should reflect those changes here. Did you guys try, and is it working for you? Oh yeah, sorry. yeah, so those changes were reflected here. And like that, you can create as many posts as you would like. So just go here. Yeah. So the next thing that is there would be, yeah. So once that's done, you can list all of your posts like that. And then the next thing would be gallery. You could either remove it or include it as well. So what I'm gonna do is that include it, and I'm gonna show where you can find the image, like where you should put those images so that it's popping up here. So what you should do is you should go to assets, and there is something called media, and inside the albums and inside those themes, you should put all of the images that you would like to be here. So I'm just gonna, just to show that this actually works, I'm just gonna delete few images from there. And I'm just gonna see if it, sometimes things don't work like you want to. Yeah. Shouldn't have this one. I'm just gonna take yeah. Yeah, so that picture came here. So I just changed the picture. That's all there was. Maybe if you don't have enough pictures there, I think maybe if we change the columns, I think it should work. So let's try that. So I'll just delete this and just gonna change this column to 1 and just gonna see if that works. Yeah. So if in turn it doesn't work, I think you should play around with the columns and inside the design, and that would be under the gallery.md. So I hope you guys are following until now. And the next thing there is if you have any upcoming talks or something, so you guys could go to do the same thing again, like content and home and then talks. Either you could remove it from here by doing active equal to false, or play around with this and add any upcoming talks that you would like to show. So I'm gonna put it as upcoming talks. So you can change the title from here, and the contents of change is under inside the content folder there is something called event, and that is where all your talks data that you would like to show would be present. So this is actually under the folder called example, and the talk that is shown here is under the folder called example here. So if you just click on it, you can see that I'll just put it wider. Yeah. yeah. So if you just click on the example talk, you can see that there is an abstract, the date of the event and the event name, location, and all of that. And you could do the same thing as well by doing this thing. So this is an Our Ladies event. So like that, you can change as much as you want. Melbourne, Australia, and all day, if it's an all day event or not. And yeah, and the URL for the Twitter icon and the location, I'm just gonna give it as Zoom. And yeah, and a brief summary of it. So yeah, so the changes are reflected here. So to do this, if it wasn't clear, so what you have to do is go to the content folder. So everything that is there in the website is in the content folder. You have to go to the event folder, and then you have to just change it from the example, or if you have any more events, then you can add another folder. And yeah, the feature.jpg is the picture that is there here. So it's basically that. And the next thing you could do is, so like that, you can just play around with the website, go through each of the folder and all of that. And there is something called featured publication. So if you have any posts that you would like to feature, what you could do is go to the content folder again. Under home, there is a .md file called featured. So I'm going to rename the feed title as featured post, and then I'm just going to save that. Yeah. And what's going to show? Yeah. So currently it is featuring a publication. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go there and disable the publication. So I'm just going to go to content, and then there should be something called publication, and it's a conference paper, and I'm gonna go there, and there is an option called feature. So I'm gonna put that as false, and I want my the post that I made, to be featured. So what I'm gonna do is, oh, sorry about that. Yeah, so since I haven't given an image or a post to be featured, just gonna come up as blank. So it's gonna do that and go to the post that I wanted. So, and I'm gonna put a picture here so that it is featured up there. So let's just take a picture from, yeah, so I'm just gonna take this picture, and yeah, this is it. Yeah. Please do let me know if you're not following. So I'm just gonna put that picture here. All right, I'm just gonna take a random picture then, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna put that picture there, and see if it popped up. Oh, it did. Sorry if it's like major confusing. So do let me know if I have to stop and featured post. Just gonna try if it's true. It is not. Sorry about that. My studio kind of gives up at times. I'll just should be featured, yes. Basically, that should work. I'm not sure if why that isn't working as at the moment. So the next thing you could do is work on the publications like this. You could change every widgets that you would like, and do let me know if that if you're stuck with anything else. So what you could do next is fix up your contact. So for that, what you could do is go to the config folder, go to default and go to params. So params is where you actually do stuff to fix up your website. So there are other themes like ocean, minimal, forest, and all of that. And you could find details of it in the Wow Chemi documentation. So I'll just quickly go there. Yeah, I have put that on my slides, which I'll share it later on. So in this website, you could pretty much get any kind of documentation that you would need. So I'm gonna and that applies to the theme as well. So in academic, you can switch up the colors as you would like to. So for that, I'm just gonna put some a theme called Ocean, and this you would find in the website that I have shared. I'll put the link on the chat. And pretty much you can find any kind of information that you would need. So the day and night option is basically this. So if you want it to be dark, it could be like this, and if you want it to be light, like that. So day and night is the automatic feature. So I try not to put a dark feature all the time, so I'm gonna go with light, and I'm gonna set that as true. Yeah, so that option of toggling is gone as of now, and you can set the font size and font as you would like, and then you can change up the email. But yeah, so you would need to be logged into a service in order to do that. But you could give the directions, and then if you want to get an appointment with somebody, you can give the appointment link, and the Twitter, Skype, whatever information, social media channels that you have, you can do that as well. And then okay, so apart from that, there are other features that you might want to edit, such as this academic. So you might not want that. So what you could do is that, and since you removed a lot of features from here, you would want to remove those things as well. So I removed projects and courses and stuff like that. So I would like to go to the config file again, default, and go to the menus. So when you go to the menus, you can see that there is something called demo, post, projects. So that menu is given here. So since I don't want my about section to be called demo, I'm gonna call it as about as well. And then since I don't have projects, and I'm gonna remove that. And the weight, as you can see, is actually the order in which they would appear. So if I say this should be uh, 60 and this should be 40, I think the order would change. And that it is the weight in which they are shown. So that didn't work. So give that. Just gonna serve the site again. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this courses, and yeah, so the weight should be actually the order in which it is featured. So once you play around with that, you'll get an idea of how it is. And then what the next thing you could do is actually go to the config.yaml and sorry about that. Yeah, so this should work. Oh, so earlier it didn't work because I didn't remove the courses. I removed accomplishments, so maybe that's why it didn't work. So to remove the academic, I'm going to the config, and then I'm going to change this as my name, the title as my name. Please do let me know if this is not it's not followable. So yeah, so I pretty much edited out my website. So now, since my website is done, the next thing that is left to is to deploy it. So is there any other questions that should I repeat any of the parts that I have discussed? Okay, if not, I'll continue. And, sorry.
Okay, is there any question? Okay, I think you can go ahead. Let's see how we can deploy it and just take your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I'll just go through this, summarize basically about the customization. So if there is any sections that you don't want, you can set active as false. And then for general website information, you could go to the config file, and under the config.yaml, you could change whatever you want to change, like the title. And for under the params.yaml, that is this one, you could customize the website according to your contact appearance, like the theme that I've chosen. And then there is menus.yaml, which is this one for your menu section. So this section has removed projects which I didn't want. So the problem that I faced earlier was because I didn't remove courses and I tried to remove it from the menu. So that was the reason why the error formed. So make sure you deactivate the widget first before turning off from the menu. And you can edit out the this picture by going to assets. Yeah, going to sorry, content authors, then inside the admin folder you can change the avatar and place it your image and name it as avatar.jpg. And as you can see, there is something like the website icon. So if you don't want this image, you can also change that by going to the assets, media, and placing a file called icon. So what you have to do is that you could go to assets, and under media you could place a image called some image like yeah, so you could do that. And yeah, so that. So for deploying, what you have to do is that I hope you have a GitHub repo setup. So I don't have one yet, so I'm gonna create that. I'm gonna go to my profile. I'm gonna go to repositories. I'm gonna tap new and test Netlify. Yeah, I'm gonna make it as a private repository. Sorry, I'll just make it as public, and then I'm gonna create it. So since my RStudio and my GitHub is not linked, what I have to do is that I have to go to my terminal and I have to follow these instructions. Like I have to initialize the repository, then add, and then commit towards my branch. And then I'll have to basically link the two repository. So I have to do init. I'm going to add everything I have done. Which takes a long time because this, and then I'm going to commit saying that first commit to the repo. And then what you have to add the URL of your repo. So that is how it knows that so my repo is this. .git, and I'm gonna push towards the main. This is gonna take some time. Yeah, so once that's set, what you have to do is you have to go to your Netlify account. So I'm just gonna go there. Since I already have an account, I'm going to log into my Netlify account. Yeah, I'm gonna log in. And there's something called add new site. You have to add and import an existing project. And I'm connecting to my GitHub here. So it is already authorized, otherwise you'll have to give your authorization. And I'm going to select a repository. So this is already there. Sorry about that. Yeah, just gonna go there. My repository name is testnetlify. Okay. So I'm going for public one. I'm not sure why things going proper this time. Configure netlify. Yeah, I'm gonna select my repository, which should be here. Yeah, yeah. So I hope you got that. For now, I'm gonna give access to all of my repositories. Yeah, once I did that, it worked. Yeah, so by default, it looks into the public folder. So that is why you should not make any changes to the public folder while you're working on it. And then you deploy the site. And deploying for the first time, it takes some time. So just hold on a minute. Yeah. So my site is deployed and it has the name, it has a weird name like Suspicious Williams and all of that. And since that is not very ideal, what you could do is go to the site settings, change the site name and put it as test site or any name that you would want. So I'm going to put it as test site ABAB or something. And yeah, so the test site, you could also buy a domain, and I think you'll have to pay some money for it to get a custom domain. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, so you could also set up a custom domain. So once you give that, you'll have to uh, pay some money. I'm not sure exactly how much it is. And let's say I'm gonna give this thing. And once I verify, they're gonna ask me around $12 for the first year. So you could also do that, or you could change the site name as something like how you want. So I just named mine as Aarathy Babu, and that's how you from Git. And so you have a whole bunch of resources here by creating a theme. So this theme was Ocean under the academic theme. So you could change however you want. This is like the basic starter pack. So if you want to go further, how to customize it further, I have included a few resources, and yeah, so basically that's it. Is there any questions that you would like to ask me? I'm sorry, I keep up. The thing with live coding is that you have a bunch of hurdles. Like you never know what's gonna happen. So sorry if I seemed very off, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I really understand it. It's a big deal to do live coding. You don't know the technical issues you're going to run into.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not funny. It's not funny.
yeah,
We've all been
yeah.
there. We've been there.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
did a test run a few days back
Definitely.
and it worked perfectly. And when I was doing it, I was running into all kinds of problems. Yeah, sorry
Yeah,
about
I
that.
get
So
it.
if
No,
you have
no.
any
I think
questions,
we
please
totally
feel free to ask me. Yeah.
yeah, I think let's go ahead with Oluwafemi. You can go ahead and ask your question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for a wonderful presentation on blogdown. But
Thank you.
for
Thanks so much.
my own end here, like a concern, I know that there is a build tab in our studio. I discover before you deploy, you did not build. I think we were supposed to build the tab before deploying, because I discovered you did not build because there are some
Yeah,
changes that were not affected in the public file.
yeah. So you could use blogdown build site as well and hit before you serve the site. So and give local is equal to true. Yeah, you could also do that and build it, and it would work the same way.
Are you okay with that, Oluwafemi?
Yes, thank you. I'm okay.
Okay, thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you. Okay, any other question?
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
I don't know if we don't have question. Maybe I want to show the little I did during the class.
Yeah, sure. So
Okay, should I go?
sorry, it was not
Okay.
build site, it was Hugo build. They changed the function name, I guess. Yeah,
Oh, okay, good.
hopefully. No, that didn't work. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. You can go ahead.
Okay. Okay, let me share my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think I did.
Oh, that's
I did.
wonderful.
Yeah, I think I did something there.
Yeah, wow, this looks
Okay.
pretty fantastic.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me admit some. Okay. Okay, and I think
This
I
is
did.
really great. Yeah, this is really great. Yeah, I'm so
Okay.
happy. Like some, thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So I think I'll upload and deploy my website soon. So I'll make beautiful
Yeah.
changes while going through the video once again. So is there anybody who wants to show something there? You have something you've done? So, okay. Welcome, Dr. Inena. Thanks for joining us. Okay, although you came in late, but we're going to share the video later. So thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so if we have any other
Yeah.
questions, please. Do we have question or you want to share something you did with us? Okay, Benjamin,
Sorry.
somebody is raising
Hello,
up their
good
hand.
morning.
Okay, good
Yes,
morning.
so I
Thank
just
you.
wanted to ask, I didn't follow this session because I had a problem with installing my blogdown, and my system has crashed since yesterday and I haven't been able to get it back up on that machine that I was doing that. So I think the thing I could see differently when I was trying to install the blogdown was I had just one one quotation mark, not two. Could that be the reason why I couldn't install the package in my RStudio?
Could you show me how you did it?
I don't have the machine here. Like I'm at home right now. The machine is in my lab.
Oh,
So, but the only thing I found in
okay,
the bracket, I had just single quotation marks, not double quotation marks. So I'm saying, could that be as bad, or could
okay.
just be maybe my resources were low?
What you could do, another thing, how you can install packages is that I'll just quickly share it. Yeah. Yeah, can you see my screen? Yeah. So you could go to this pane, and there is something called packages, and go to install, and if you give blogdown, it would whatever CRAN packages are there, it would directly install from there. So maybe you could try this as well.
Okay, I will try that. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay,
Yeah, no worries.
that's nice. Thank
No worries. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Benjamin. We really appreciate your presence. That's much more interesting. And thanks for really participating. So I think we're going to have the video is recorded. So we're going to share it on our YouTube channel. So you can just search on YouTube for Our Ladies Abuja. So we'll have the video there. So you can just go through and then recreate your own personal website. Then you tag us on LinkedIn. Just search for Our
Yeah.
Ladies Abuja, and
Yeah.
also Aarathy Babu. So we'll really love to appreciate it. So I want you to share your personal website with us on LinkedIn. So let me
Yeah.
share let me give you our link. I'm going to do that now. So I'm going to share Aarathy's LinkedIn profile as well as ours. So you can just share with us. So please check your chats. So let me get Aarathy's.
Yeah, I could quickly share that if
Okay.
you.
Okay, have you shared it? Okay, you can go ahead and share that.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's it.
Do let me
Okay.
know how you tell
Okay,
about.
so we really
Yeah.
appreciate it if you can tag us and share with us. So we really appreciate your presence here, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. So I think at this point, we've done so much. So before we go, the slides.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to put it up online.
Okay, good. Okay.
Give me a
so
moment.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Would it be okay if I share it with you after this?
Okay, no problem. I think I will share it online on our LinkedIn profile, then also through the Meetup page. So for everybody
Yeah.
that
All right.
registered, we'll be able to get that. So
All
thank you
right.
so much.
So, yeah, sorry about that. It's taking a little bit of time to get deployed. Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, I could
Okay.
share my GitHub profile.
Okay.
You could find the materials there as well. So I'll just quickly share that for the
Okay.
moment.
Okay. Okay, so thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
I won't be able to mention so many names here, but we really appreciate everyone that joined us today. We're appreciative of your support, and we hope everybody has learned a little thing or the other from the little session we're having now. So, but the most important thing is about getting the idea, getting the knowledge. So we're going to post the video, and just as I am doing that as well, for the area that I didn't get, I'm going to work on that by watching the video again. So please learn and like, subscribe to our channel, and our LinkedIn profile is there. The Twitter is on here in Nigeria now. So follow us on Twitter as well. So please, we'll really appreciate your support. Thank you so much, everybody. And most importantly, Aarathy, I'm really grateful. We've not met, but we met online, and you are so willing to participate, and we really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm wishing you all the best in your neuro with Telethon. I think I get that right.
Yeah.
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 Telethon
You
Kids
good. Yeah,
Institute.
Varun.
So all the best. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Looking
Yeah.
forward to another time together. Thank you. So
Yes.
Benjamin
Thank you so
saying
much.
thank you. Benjamin saying thank you
Yeah.
there. Say good
Thank
job.
you.
Thank you. So thank you,
Thank you so much
everybody.
for inviting me.
Thank you. Thank you. So
Thank you so much. I had a
till
great time.
another time. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. So we'll see you some other time. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Mhm.